From panic to peace, don't book your next flight until you watch this. Have you ever spent the weeks leading up to a vacation, a time that should be filled with excitement, paralyzed by a growing sense of dread? Maybe it starts the moment you click book on that flight. You feel that familiar tightening in your solar plexus, a heaviness in your chest, or a sudden shortness of breath just thinking about the cabin door closing. You try to tell yourself that flying is the safest way to travel. You look at the statistics. You try to reason with your brain, but the knot in your stomach doesn't care about statistics, does it? Many programs out there for fear of flying focus on external facts. How planes stay in the air, or what turbulence actually is. And while that information is great, it rarely touches the internal charge that is actually causing your suffering. In this meditation session, we aren't just going to talk about airplanes. We are going to work on resolving the physical and emotional resistance you carry in your system, so you can finally experience what it feels like to be truly calm in the air. Why the fear keeps looping. Understanding the charge. You see, the reason you feel panic isn't necessarily about the plane itself. It's about the unprocessed charge stored in your body and mind. This charge acts like a magnet, constantly pulling you back into unprocessed memories, intrusive thoughts, and catastrophic imaginations of the future. As long as these internal files aren't fully comprehended and digested by your nervous system, they will continue to trigger that fight or flight response every single time you think about flying. Your brain is essentially stuck in a loop, unable to distinguish between a thought of a plane and a real-life threat. The DeepRelease meditations and release techniques are designed to help you manually digest and comprehend these looping states. We aren't just pushing the fear away, we are integrating it. We are moving those heavy, charged knots from being active threats into becoming integrated memories. Files that your brain has finally read and filed away as safe. When the charge is gone, the fear has nothing to feed on. What we will clear in this session. In this meditation, we are going to walk through the entire timeline of a journey, allowing you to release the tension at every single stage. We will work on the anticipation, that pre-flight anxiety that starts a week or more before you leave. The countdown, the nerves the day before and the morning of your trip. The transition, navigating the airport, the boarding process, and that pivotal moment of takeoff. The journey, maintaining a state of performance calm while you are cruising in the air. Even if you don't have a flight coming up right now, you can use your powerful imagination to call up these situations. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real event and a vivid imagination, which is exactly why we can use the imagination to trigger the tension and then release it in a safe environment. The roots of flight anxiety beyond the cabin. Sometimes the fear we feel isn't even ours. We work with the physical tensions, but we also look at the images, sounds, and horror scenarios we've picked up along the way. Think about it. As children, we are exposed to movies, news reports, or even old cultural stories that we didn't fully understand at the time. If we don't comprehend those stories as children, they stay in our system as unresolved fright. We might even copy these states from our parents or earlier generations who were vulnerable to fear themselves. If you are a sensitive person, you likely tuned in to the anxiety of the people around you, amplifying it within your own imagination. But here is the good news. These patterns are not permanent. Layer by layer, through the releasing process, you can peel back these inherited fears. You can move away from the hand-me-down anxieties of the past and start living more from your true self. Your journey to freedom starts here. Imagine a future where you can book a trip to the other side of the world and feel nothing but peace and curiosity. Imagine sitting in that seat, hearing the engine start, and feeling a deep sense of support and stability rather than a knot of dread. This is what happens when you clear the charge. You create a future where you are safe and supported everywhere you choose to go. To those of you already enrolled in the DeepRelease course, welcome to this session. You have the tools, you have the technique. Now let's apply them to your freedom in the sky. We are so excited to guide you through this transformation. If you are not yet enrolled in the online course, if you're tired of your world getting smaller because of fear, we invite you to take the first step toward reclaiming your freedom. There is a link in the description below where you can learn more about Journey 2, transforming anxiety and phobias. You don't have to manage this fear for the rest of your life. You can resolve it. We look forward to guiding you toward calm in the air, so you can finally feel free to travel the world on your own terms.